Welcome to linuxhelp.com. Apache Server, a computer which serves or delivers contents is called server. A computer where any website is hosted is called a web server. A computer and software tools required to host a web page is collectively called as web server. Apache Web Server is free open source software, and the package name of Apache Web Server is HTTPD. We are going to install the Apache Web Server. For that, yum install HTTPD. This command will install the HTTPD from the yum repository. Our web server is now installed. Then we will see the configuration files. For that, we use command cd /etc/httpd. So this was the location where our configuration files cd/conf. Then list, we will see the httpd.conf. This was the configuration file. We will open our file and see our configuration settings. In that we may change the port number. Here is the port number. Default port number is 80 for Apache Web Server. Then we may change our document root directory where the web contents will be accessed. Is that where www/html. This was the default root directory of a Apache Web Server. Then we go to the document root folder. For that, cd /var/www/ we see the directory name HTML. We open that and we are going to create a file, HTML file, .html file for sample. For that, we are going to create a file named index.html in the directory called HTML. We are going to write something in that example, hello world. We'll ping our IP address in the web browser and check whether our web browser is showing this words or not. Okay, now save and exit. Now we need to ping our IP in web browser. For that, we need to see our IP address. For that, we use ifconfig command. It shows our IP address. We are use this IP address in the web browser and check whether our web server is working or not. It is not working. Maybe firewall is blocking our service, so we need to check the status of the firewall, which is active or inactive. Okay, our firewall status is active and running, so this will block our web server. So we are going to temporarily stop our firewall service by using the command systemctl stop space firewall D. Now we check the status of the firewall. It will be inactive and dead state. Okay, now we ping our IP address. Now we check our web server is working or not. Then also not working. Now we need to activate our or start our web server. We check the status of our web server. Our web server is inactive state or dead state. So we need to start our web server by the systemctl space start httpd is the command for start or stop and enable disable the service. Our service is now started. We need to enable our service to start on boot. Our service is enabled. Hereafter it will start on boot time itself. Now we will check our server is working or not by pinging our IP address. It is working. Hello world. Our HTML file is shown here in the web browser. Now we make changes in our HTML file and see whether our changes is affected in our web browser or what. Going to type another hello world in small letters. Type, save and exit. Now we refresh our web page. It is changed. The change is affected. Our web server is working. Subscribe to Linux Help channel. Visit linuxhelp.com for support. Mail to support@linuxhelp.com. Thank you.